Students, this instructional video is intended to help you complete your Works Cited page. So if you can see, this document literally only says Works Cited, and that's exactly how yours will look. Works Cited pages are boring and very simple. So you'll receive a blank document that says Works Cited. You'll need to format the rest of it. So I'm going to go to one of my students' research guide. We're going to start with the first source. Okay, number 1 comes from the Daily Mail. I'm going to scroll down, and when I click on this source citation, it takes me here to the citation machine. Okay, I'm going to close out of this one. This one's old. So I'm going to click here, go to the source citation machine. And this basically makes citations for you. Now, sometimes you have to do a little bit of editing, but for the most part, it does a really good job. And this is my soft introduction to how to create citations. I'm going to go back. I'm going to scroll up to where I have the URL. I'm going to right click on the URL, copy link, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, it should already be in autofill mode. If it's black, that's selected. So we're going to search websites, and we found it. There's the article. We're going to select. They found citation data for all of this information. Awesome. They couldn't find the publisher or sponsor. It shouldn't be too difficult. This was the Daily Mail article from your Code Privilege playlist, and that is from the Daily Mail. That's the publisher. Okay, so I can insert that in a second. Go to the final step. I'm going to go to Daily Mail. Okay, now let's check the rest of them just to make sure it's correct. We should capitalize these parts of the title. Don't capitalize prepositions like on, at, from. Don't capitalize articles like the, a, and an. Oops. Oops. You notice any quotes within the citation have singular quote marks in them. Okay. Just like at the end. Okay, so that's all capitalized. Let's check this. Author, first name, middle name, last name. Her last name is not Mail Online. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. Let's check out this article because this is where you catch a little mistake in the citation. You want to make sure to double check. So we go to this article. The person's first name is here. That's what we're going to put into first name. Okay. Actually, B-H. Sorry, I have an ad blocker on. I need to fix that, but for now. B-H-V-I-S-H-Y-A. 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 Okay. And then they don't have a middle name listed. The last name is Patel. Okay. So you do need to double check and make sure that there are little mistakes. There's your URL. It was published on this date. That's it. So I'm going to create my citation. It should be pretty simple. Oh, I have to turn off my ad blocker for my citation machine too. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here we go. This is the original one that I had done before I started this video, and then you can see that her author's name was messed up. So now you have last name, comma, first name. Excellent. So this is what I'm going to copy, and I'm going to put it in 2 different locations. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my Works Cited page here. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to my research guide and I'm going to paste it here. Sometimes that's just to make sure that you have not lost it. You don't want to lose the citation if your document messes up or whatever. Okay, so there's your first one. We're going to work on formatting later in terms of double spacing and indentation up here. I'm going to go ahead and do 4 of these. You can watch me do 4. Let's go to the second one. I'm going to right click, copy link URL. I'm going to go back to my citation machine. This is my citation list. Create another citation. And search the website. Still loading. There it is. You can see there's ads all over this page, all over this website, but it still works. So we have an article title, year, month, day, publication year, website title. Good. They couldn't find a publisher or sponsor. That's all right. Go to the final step. And then we're going to put Swahili Africa magazine as the publisher. That should be good. I'm going to create the citation. Now notice that it pops it up because it's putting these in alphabetical order, K, M, P. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete this one because that was a mess up with the author messed up. I'm going to delete that one from my list. And what you have are 2, and they've shown you in which order to put them in. So when I copy this citation, and I go back to my Works Cited, I'm going to push enter and put this citation on top because that is a K and this is a P. Okay. So I already copied it. I'm going to go back to my research guide, scroll down, and put it right there. Okay. Next, let's move to number 3. Let's see, click on the URL, right click, copy link URL, go back to the citation list, create another citation. I'm going to paste the URL and search websites. Gosh, all of these ads are so extra. There it is. I'm going to select. I'm going to review what they found, URL, website, all that publication, article title. Couldn't find a publisher or sponsor. And because the Black Youth Project is not a newspaper publisher, I'm not going to put publisher at all. Let's move on to the last part. Okay. Now, notice that it says staff as the author. I'm going to go back and check this Black Youth Project. See if there is an author listed instead of just the word staff or staff member. Yep, it does say by staff. Oh, this one says by Kim M. Reynolds. So I'm going to use that. I think staff is the section of the, I guess this is a publisher, Black Youth Project. But it's interesting that they have a byline here. So we're going to put Kim M. Reynolds. Go back. You can edit your citations even after they've been created. So click edit. And scroll down. Kim is the first name, and then M was the middle initial, and then Reynolds. Okay. And moving to South Africa meant, let's see if that's capitalizes. Yeah, it capitalizes it all for you. Meant my race was different, but not the realities of racism. It does all the capitalization for you. Excellent. So I'm going to copy, and this one goes at the end because it's after P. And go back to my Works Cited, and then put it here. Now, right there. Also, I'm going to go back to my research guide and put it here. Okay. So, now that we have 3, I'll go ahead and show you what to do. First, take out the hyperlink. I think you can click on the hyperlink and put remove link. Click on the hyperlink, put remove link, okay? You also want to remove the spaces between. I'm actually going to do that at the end so you can see the difference between these 3. But I'm going to click and drag. You want to click and drag select all of your citations once you get all 8 of them in there, because you have to have a minimum. And asked you to do, I think I asked you to do 8. I'll clarify that later. We're going to format, line spacing. You're going to select double. Okay. And then you're going to go up here. You're going to indent this by a half an inch. You're going to take the first line indent and take it back. And that's how you make your Works Cited. Now I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this space out. Now you can see the difference between them. If you have a strange ending like this, it should be here. This was my trick in college. I would just, for that individual line, I would open it up a little bit more. So there you go. You got your Works Cited. You got in alphabetical order. It's double spaced. And the second, after the first line, every line is indented by about 0.5. Okay? And other things to consider are, if you have no author, then it will start with the title of the actual article. And if you have like A at the beginning, you ignore the A. If you have the, you ignore the. If you have an, you ignore the an, and you look at the second word to help put it in alphabetical order. And that's, I guess, it. So I'll do an example. If this one had no author listed on the website, it would be moving to South Africa, right? But what if it was the moving to South Africa? You would ignore the, and M goes above P. Select and drag it, and then insert E onto the next line. Remove the hyperlink, okay? And that's how you organize your Works Cited page.